it's SheRea. What's up? Back with another video. It is finally that time for me to bring you my review of many of the products that I hauled a few months ago. So I want to talk today about 14 products that I have been using over the last several months. Many that you've seen on my channel through hauls, through other type of content, but you never really got the full tea and how I feel about it. We have a lot to discuss today, so we're just going to dive right in. But if you're new here and you've never seen my face, if you like my face, definitely make sure to subscribe so you can stick around. Give this video a thumbs up. It definitely helps me. It lets YouTube know that you want to see more content like this. It encourages me to keep creating skincare content. I will link everything down below if you're inspired to pick something up based on my recommendation. I always ask that you click a link and save a life. Shopping through my links, clicking my links and shopping through my links really does help. It keeps me buying more products so I can review them. It keeps this channel going, and your support really does go a long way, and I appreciate it. Anyway, let's hop in. As much as possible, we're going to go in skincare application order. I do have a video on how to build a skincare routine. If you haven't seen that video, you can check it out. So we're going to start with cleansers, starting first with the first cleanse or the oil/balm cleanse step. The first product is from one of the most underrated brands in my opinion, B.LAB. This is their Cica Barrier 5.5 Cleansing Oil Balm. I'm pretty sure that I mentioned this in a favorites. I will link my favorites playlist if you want to binge watch my content, see what I'm loving and not loving. You can definitely check out that playlist right here as well as down below. This balm to me is a combination of a traditional cleansing balm as well as an oil. It is that happy medium for those of you who don't necessarily love cleansing balms and you may find that oils are too lightweight. I love that it comes in a tube similar to the Inky List cleansing balm, but the Inky List cleansing balm is trash to me. This is what the Inky List cleansing balm wants it to be. If you like the Inky List cleansing balm, you're going to love this. It's just way better. In my opinion, I love it so much. I always say that it kind of reminds me of the Elemis cleansing balm. It's definitely not quite as good and definitely nowhere as luxurious as the Elemis cleansing balm, but it's also a third of the price of that cleansing balm. And if you were never going to pick up Elemis anyway, just based on the price alone, this is definitely something that I recommend you pick up. I have not seen anyone talk about this as it just came out maybe like a few months ago. It's alcohol, fragrance, and essential oil free, and it combines the power of hyaluronic acid and Centella asiatica to gently remove that makeup, that sunscreen from your skin, while also leaving your skin nice, soft, and supple. The answer is yes. I highly recommend it. Now let's be clear, up until now, there was not a cleansing oil that I liked. I am a cleansing oil hater. I don't like cleansing oils. I feel like they're too lightweight. They don't really emulsify well on the skin. I think cleansing oils, at least the ones I've tried, are pretty much trash. That was until I finally got to try the Haruharu Wonder Black Rice Moisture Deep Cleansing Oil. When I say this is the best cleansing oil I have ever used, this is the best cleansing oil I have ever used. You already know I'm a stan of the Haruharu Wonder toner. I raved about that in my favorite toner video. If you haven't seen that video, you can check it out. And this is another product from that brand that I completely and utterly love. I just started using this maybe a few weeks ago, and I've already put a nice dent into it. This was sent to me by YesStyle to review it. I had no obligation to give it a positive review. I honestly thought I would hate it, but it's quite the opposite. This ish is amazing. This product is actually 95% plant oils. Some of the lovely oils in it are rice bran oil, as the name suggests, sunflower seed oil, olive oil. It is fragrance free, mineral oil free, and essential oil free as well. For those of you who have sensitive skin, this is not going to sensitize the skin. The first ingredient, rice bran oil, is a powerhouse for the skin. It contains anti-aging properties, which is going to help to even skin tone, reduce dark patches, and hyperpigmentation on the skin. Of course, it's not going to work as effectively as retinoids or AHAs, but it's going to help the process along, and we need every bit of help we can get. This 10 out of 10, would also highly recommend. So I got a few products on Verse. Y'all know I love the Verse Cleansing Balm. I recommended that so many times on my channel. It is still one of my favorite cleansing balms of all time. So affordable, so amazing, love it so much. So I was excited to try these cleansers. The first being the Keep the Peace Acne-Calming Cream Cleanser. This is almost done. Most of these products I've been testing for months and months and months, so I can give you my final thoughts and really give you a full, thorough, and quick review. So this actually contains 1.5% of salicylic acid, which is going to help to treat acne on the skin. I am not super acne prone, and I'm not going to pretend that I am, but when I am experiencing acne like I am today, I use this on my skin, and over the course of a few days, the acne literally just disappears on my skin. This is so gentle but effective. Again, if you have super acne prone skin, I'm not sure how effective it's going to be. But if you get acne every now and again when you fall off your skincare routine, you're probably not eating as good as you should, this is going to get your skin right every time, and I love it so much. In addition to salicylic acid, it also contains rose water as well as glycerin, which is amazing for moisture, as well as propanediol, which is good for moisture retention. It does contain blue tansy oil, which does contain some fragrance components, so you may want to be aware of that. But also, in addition to providing fragrance, blue tansy oil is a great anti-inflammatory ingredient, helping to soothe and calm the skin. This is good for the morning and at night. It helps to remove my sunscreen and my makeup, while also being gentle enough to be used in the morning where it's not going to strip or irritate my skin. If I had one con about this, it would be that the spout is kind of big, so a lot of product does come out. I have a big face, so it's not the biggest issue for me, but if you don't have a super big face, the spout is kind of big, so you want to be careful. I wish they would make it just a tad bit tinier so less product would come out, but that's just me nitpicking at this point. Let's move on to the Verse, the Purist Antioxidant Cleanser. This is a new cleanser that came out a few months ago, and I haven't seen many people talk about it, so I figured I would just give y'all my review. You can see that it's halfway gone. I go through my cleansers. I cleanse my face morning and night when I'm not being a bum. So I do go through a lot of cleansers, but this is super affordable, so I don't feel guilty about using it. Honestly, this is a basic cleanser, but I'm okay with the basic. I don't need my cleansers to have all the bells and whistles. I want it to be affordable, and I want it to properly cleanse my skin without stripping all my sins away, and this definitely fits the bill. I can use it in my morning and nighttime routine just like the other Verse cleanser, and I never have issues with it. There is glycerin and aloe as the second and third ingredient, so it's also going to moisturize your skin while also removing all the impurities from your skin as well. I can't say anything bad about this. I really do enjoy it, and it's another product that I can recommend. I put my stamp of approval on, and the answer is also yes. Now let's move on to the Cerave Hydrating Foaming Oil Cleanser. Definitely raved about this on my channel before. You can check out my favorites playlist. I think it was August and September. You can check it out. I definitely detail all my thoughts there. You can see that I'm almost done with it. It's literally like just a third of it left. I love this cleanser so much. I can use it on my face as well as my body. I prefer this for a morning cleanser just because it's kind of gentle. If you have super duper dry skin, this is going to be the perfect cleanser for you, but I want to warn you that the labeling is incorrect. It's definitely not a foaming oil. It doesn't feel like an oil at all. It feels like a light gel. If you're looking for like an oily feeling cleanser, this ain't it. It's a light gel, but I love the consistency of this. I love the texture. It feels so good on my skin, but foaming oil, it is not. It contains glycerin and squalane, which soften and moisturize the skin, as well as ceramides that you see in all Cerave products. That's going to help with the moisture retention. As people of color, ceramides really help to bolster our moisture barrier, so I always recommend using products with ceramides, and Cerave is always a 10 out of 10. There are a few Cerave cleansers that I don't like. This one is another fave. Cerave really did their big one with this one, and I love it. I really do. I know everything is a rave so far. We're going to get into some products that I cannot stand, but the cleansers, I can't say nothing bad about any of these cleansers. This was given to me by Cerave, but I would 100% buy it with my own money. I love it so much. Now let's move on to our last cleanser. This is from B.LAB. This is their Cica Barrier 5.5 Gel Cleanser. Pretty sure I raved about this in a favorites as well. Yo, the best part about this product to me is the texture. It has a very aloe vera-y, just succulent, you just have to try it. Just an amazing, soothing, calming type of texture that feels like a kiss on your skin. If I had to say one con about it, my one con would be that I wish it was bigger. This is only 4 ounces, and I don't know, I feel like I prefer my cleansers to be at least 5 ounces. Really, I would love a cleanser that's 8 ounces because I go through a lot of cleanser. I know some people just use a dime size of cleanser. Nah, I'm a heavy-handed queen and I have a big old face and I like using a lot of cleanser. I like making sure my face is clean. So I did go through this really fast, but that's really the only con. Besides that, it's a 10 out of 10. I mean, like everything else, I love it. I really do. It has a short and simple ingredient list. For those of you who may have sensitive skin and you don't like a lot of ingredients in your products, this has a very short ingredient list. It does have glycerin, panthenol, and Cica, which are really good, like I said before, for moisturizing the skin, keeping it supple, keeping it plump. It's just a really good cleanser. It really is. Let's move on to what has become one of my favorite toners. Like, this was an instant fave. This is the Pea Slices Snail Rescue Blemish Busting Toner. It does contain 95% snail mucin. The COSRX snail mucin was my first introduction to snail mucin in skincare. I love the texture. I love the feel. I love how it hydrates my skin. But I know that texture doesn't work for everybody. Some people are grossed out by it. It's gloopy. This is definitely on the thinner side. So whether or not you love the COSRX, this is something I'm going to highly recommend. If you love the COSRX, it's going to be in line with that feeling that you get, that hydration. And if you don't love the COSRX, this is something that's more lighter weight. It has a more elegant texture, but it's going to still be that kiss of softness, of suppleness on the skin, and it's definitely amazing. I definitely think that Pea Slices oversells this product because I don't think if you have acne prone skin, this is going to make your acne disappear. It doesn't have ingredients that's going to do that. What snail mucin is going to do is going to calm the skin. It's going to reduce the inflammation on the skin. It may help to simmer some of that irritation, but it's not going to transform your acne prone skin. It's just going to be gentle on your skin that gives your acne a healing environment. But on its own, it's not going to be enough to, like it says, bust blemishes away. It ain't gonna do all that. But if you want the hydration, you want the suppleness, the plumpness, all of that stuff, it's going to do that for you. But it's not gonna clear no acne, babe. It's just not. It's not gonna clear no acne. Like many of the other products I mentioned earlier, it does contain Cica as well as hyaluronic acid. It's a very simple ingredient list. It's not fancy whatsoever, but just trust me, it gets the job done and it gets the job done well. I've raved about this before and I'm gonna keep raving about it because it's so good. This was sent to me by Pea Slices, but I would buy it with my own money because it's affordable, it's effective, and it's good. Let's move on to this product. This is my first matte of this entire video. This is the COSRX Advanced Snail Radiance Dual Essence. I won't pretend this is a bad product. I know there are folks that love it, but it's just so matte to me. There's nothing amazing about it. It's just kind of basic. I just prefer the original Snail Mucin's essence from COSRX. There's no reason for me to use this. I bought this a few months ago. I hauled it in a haul a few months ago and I tried to use it. I don't even reach for it. The selling point of this is that it does contain snail mucin, like the OG essence, but that it also contains niacinamide. And that's just not exciting for me because you can find niacinamide in every skincare product now. So there's nothing about this that is a rave or amazing. It's not as hydrating as the OG. It's not as plumping as the OG. It's not as soothing as the OG. and I just don't get the point of it. I'm going to continue to use it and use it up because I'm not going to waste my money, but I would not recommend this. I will definitely not rebuy it. I'm just going to stick with the OG. This is meh for me. Let's move on to the R&W Ceramide Plus Serum. Everyone loves this. Everyone raves about this. I was put onto this by one of my favorite skincare influencers, Alice in the Rabbit Hole. She loves this. She raves about this. And I love Alice's recommendations, but skincare is really personal. And unfortunately, this was a miss for me. It doesn't come with this pump. It actually comes with a dropper. And the dropper was basura. It was trash. It didn't dispense product at all. I ended up just throwing it away and replacing it with this Niacinamide pump from Joseon. And the pump made it a better experience, but it didn't help the product inside of it. I like a certain nourishment on my skin, and this really just felt like nothing on my skin. I'm not saying that it did nothing. I'm sure all the yummy ceramides in this product, all the yummy ingredients did do something, but I couldn't feel it. I couldn't see it. I don't think my skin was any better because of it. And it's not the most expensive serum, but it's not as inexpensive as another serum that I'm gonna mention later, and it's just not as good. I didn't really see any benefit from it, and maybe I just don't need this type of product in my routine. Maybe my moisture barrier just isn't compromised like others. If I had to recommend a ceramide product, I would recommend Lipid Gold from Stradia. It used to be called Liquid Gold. I will leave it down below. I've raved about that in a favorites. That is nourishing on the skin. That is moisturizing. That helps with my irritation. This does nothing for me. Absolutely nothing. It does contain 5 different kinds of ceramides and other ingredients that are really good for the skin, but it just wasn't enough. Let's talk about the Monio Bifida Biome Complex Ampoule. I picked this up again on a recommendation of Alice in the Rabbit Hole. She actually did a sponsored video for Monio, and I picked it up almost immediately. That's why it's so important for brands to pay influencers, because influencers be influencing. They even be influencing other influencers. So I picked this up, like I said, almost immediately. And nah, I wanted to try this as a hopeful dupe for the Estee Lauder Night Repair, which is one of my favorite serums, but we know Estee is pricey, so I wanted something that was inexpensive for myself as well as for y'all, and this unfortunately just did not really fit the bill. I like it maybe a tad bit more than R&W, but not by much. This also doesn't feel amazing on the skin. It almost feels like nothing. It's just not hydrating, not moisturizing. When you apply Estee Lauder, it feels like your skin will never be the same, and this just did not give me that feeling at all whatsoever. Granted, it's way cheaper than Estee Lauder, but I would rather just save up my money and get Estee Lauder just because it does a lot more for my skin. It's actually nourishing, actually hydrating, and this just doesn't do that for me. Like Estee Lauder, it does contain Bifida, which helps to strengthen and moisturize the skin, so of course I was really excited for that. But even though it has 10 different types of hyaluronic acid, it don't feel like that. It don't feel like it's doing absolutely nothing for my skin. It just didn't do nothing. Nah. No thanks. Let's move on to literally one of my top 3 serums of all time. Can I say top 3? I think I can say top 3. This is the Beauty of Joseon Glow Serum. This is another product where I used it for the first time and it was an instant hit. This just feels amazing on the skin. I've raved about this in a favorites video, and I will rave about this for the rest of my life. It's so affordable, $10. Where can you find a serum that's $10 that's going to give you the hydration, the glow like this product does? I mean, you can't find it. It's here. It's right here. It does contain 60% of propolis as well as 2% niacinamide. So not only is it going to soften and hydrate the skin, but it's also going to help fight inflammation as well as control oil production on the skin. When I say the glow on this, y'all, just the sheer glow on this, when it says the glow serum, it means the glow serum. It feels so good. It smooths and softens my skin. My skin looks radiant. If you're looking for a hydrating serum, this is it. I don't rave about serums on my channel, but this is a serum that I have to rave about because it is so good. Like I said, it was an instant staple. It's great for sensitive skin. All these products so far are great for sensitive skin unless I say otherwise. All these products are great for all skin types, great for sensitive skin, dry skin, combination skin. I will go into some products later that may not be the best for certain skin types, but all these products so far are great for all skin types. And this, yes. The answer is yes. Let's talk about the Sunday Riley A+ High Dose Retinoid Serum. This is fragrance and essential oil free. One of my subscribers has been wanting me to talk about this for a while. Here you go, sis. I finally got to try it out. It's literally almost on the bottom, so I wanted to come in before it was almost completely gone. So this is a retinol blend, but Sunday Riley is not really transparent about what the percentage of retinol is in this product, so we don't really know, and I don't necessarily like that, but brands don't have to tell us. When they tell us, it's nice. So I don't really know how strong this actually is, but for me this is a gentle retinoid. I think it can work for sensitive skin, but I have been using retinoids for like a year now consistently. But on my skin, which sometimes can be sensitive, I had no issues with it. I literally can use this every day. I probably use it more like 5 times a week because the other 2 days I'm using an exfoliant. But this is super gentle to me. It's not going to be anywhere close to tretinoid at all. It's a very simple retinoid. For those of you who are new to retinoids, this could be a good place to start. In addition to the retinol blend, it does also contain CoQ10, which is good for maintaining an even complexion. When I was using this, I really feel like my skin is a lot more even than it was. It doesn't mean that all my hyperpigmentation is gone and all my dark spots are gone. That's not what I'm saying, but my skin overall looks healthy and even if I do have problem areas on my skin. This for me is more for smoothing, more for softening. It's not going to lift that stubborn hyperpigmentation on your skin, especially if you have deep dark skin like I do. If you are a black woman or a brown woman, this is probably not going to do the heavy lifting when it comes to our dark spots. But if you want smoother skin, smoothing out fine lines and wrinkles, I would recommend it for that. If you're new to retinoids, you want to start using this like 2 to 3 times a week and eventually work your way up. Like I said, it is gentle enough to use every single day. It's definitely more on the expensive side, so I had to choose between the Sunday Riley and the Youth to the People. I would choose the Youth to the People, as Youth to the People uses retinol, which is a more potent type of retinoid. So because both of them are, a little pricey, I would go with Youth to the People, which I've raved about before on my channel. But this was good, but I do prefer Youth to the People. Let's quickly go over the last 2 products, which are 2 moisturizers, starting with the BLITHE Press Serum Gold Apricot. This contains 91% of apricot extract, which is going to soothe, smooth, and soften the skin. And it also contains glycerin and niacinamide as well, if you like those type of ingredients in your products. It does contain essential oils, and I personally despise citrus essential oils in my products. For some reason, I'm triggered by citrus essential oils. I just don't think they need to be in skincare products. And this smells strong of citrus. And if you don't mind, if you like citrus scents, then you may enjoy this, but that was already a no for me. If this was fragrance free, I would definitely recommend this and rave about it because I do love the texture. Because of the essential oil, I just can't in good conscience recommend this, especially if you have sensitive skin, just because it has a good bit of essential oil in it. There's orange oil as well as lemon essential oil, so that's just a no for me. This for me is going to be better for dry skin or normal skin. If you have oily skin, you may want to stay away from this because this reminds me of a more lighter weight version of the Cerave healing ointment. So it's literally like a serum mixed with a ointment, and I love that texture. I love slugging my skin at night, so I love the texture. I love how it feels on my skin. Even though it's like an ointment, it's not greasy like Cerave. It is almost like a dry oil feeling. It doesn't feel tacky, it doesn't feel sticky. It's almost perfect besides the scent. If this was fragrance free, I would rave about it. If you love slugging your skincare, this would be perfect for that. But just based on the fragrance alone, I'm going to use it up on my body just because I don't like using heavily fragranced things like this on my face. But the texture is great. How it feels on the skin feels amazing. But the essential oils are a no-no. Yeah, nah. And lastly, we have the new Charlotte Tilbury Magic Water Cream Gel Moisturizer with niacinamide, but niacinamide isn't everything. I'm happy to report that this is fragrance free compared to the OG Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream for those of you who have sensitive skin. I don't mind fragrance in like rinse off, wash off products, but if products are going to sit on my skin, as much as possible, I prefer them to be fragrance free. A lot of people think that the Magic Cream is kind of thick and gloopy, so this was made for oily skin, but honestly, in my opinion, this isn't really a water cream, especially if you're into Asian beauty. This doesn't feel like a water cream to me. It just feels like a lighter weight lotion or moisturizer. So if you have oily skin, this may still be heavy for some oily skin types. For me, it feels perfect on the skin. I love it on my skin. But for some oily skin types, this may be just a tad bit heavy or not. You know, you just have to try it out for yourself. But I don't really think of this as a true water cream. I also wouldn't call this weightless. It definitely doesn't feel weightless on the skin, but it doesn't feel heavy. But weightless is a stretch. But I will say that it softens the skin, it smooths the skin, just like the OG. It feels really great on the skin, I'm not going to lie. In addition to niacinamide, it also contains glycerin, shea butter, as well as squalane, which we know are bomb ingredients for the skin. I enjoy it. I think it's a great product, but it's $100. You know, like it's $100. Is it a luxurious moment? Yes. Does it feel great on the skin? Yes. But at the end of the day, it's just a moisturizer. And when it comes to skincare, there's definitely two categories that you can save on, and that's the moisturizing step as well as the cleanser step. I will also say that for sunscreen, you shouldn't spend a bunch on sunscreen because we have to use so much damn sunscreen, but you don't have to spend $100 on a moisturizer. If you got it and you want it and $100 is nothing for you, it's a great product. I can't pretend that it's not a great product. I can't pretend that it's not good. It's a good product, but you just don't have to pay $100 for a moisturizer. You can. If I had to choose between the OG and this one, I kind of feel like I prefer this one. It's probably because it is fragrance free. I think I like this a bit more because it's easy to be used in any skincare routine in the morning and at night. The Magic Cream for some people may only be good at night, so this one is definitely going to be something that is more universal, is more versatile. It's a good product, but it's $100, you know what I mean? But that's it, y'all. I gotta go. I'm literally running late right now, but I wanted to give you this video, make sure I get this video up as soon as possible. And if you have tried any of these products, let me know what you think. If you haven't tried them and you're willing to pick something up, let me know what you're thinking about. Always leave your reviews and feedback down below. If there's some products that you want me to review, definitely let me know what you want my thoughts on. I'm always down to try and buy new skincare products, but I'm gone. Thanks so much for watching. Before I go, don't forget to subscribe, and also don't forget to click a link and save a life. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. Bye, all.